Okay, hello. So, this is the video lecture for the last topic on Unit 2, which is covered in the long exam this week. So, before going to quantum numbers, we have here the atomic mass. So, by definition, atomic mass is the summation of the number of protons and neutrons. Also, atomic mass is the mass of an atom in atomic mass unit or AMU. Now, the Chadwick's discovery of neutron helped to explain the formation of isotopes. And we have here the average atomic mass. This is the value reported in our periodic table, which takes into account the various isotopes of an element and their respective frequencies. Now, we have already discussed different isotopes, or what is an isotope. An isotope is elements that have the same number of atomic number but different atomic mass or mass number. So, for the average atomic mass, all the mass number of the isotopes are accounted in order to get the average atomic mass. And this average atomic mass is reflected mao na atong gakakita sa periodic table class. So, the average atomic mass, we can get it by multiplying the abundance of the isotope 1 in its AMU or the atomic mass. Okay, in atomic mass unit. And then add the abundance of the isotope multiplied by the isotope 2 in AMU. So example here, we have lithium na siya'y duha ka isotopes, si lithium 6 ug lithium 7. So ilang abundance is usually in percentage. So in order to get the average atomic mass of the lithium, you have to account both the isotopes by doing this formula and then divide it by 100 to get this value. Now, although average atomic mass is more proper term, the atomic weight is more commonly used. So when you are, kung makadungog mo og atomic weight, we are talking about the average atomic mass, meaning ang isotopes, mass sa isotopes, different isotopes are already accounted. So we have here another example. So si carbon na siya duha ka isotopes. It is carbon 12 and carbon 13. So when I say carbon 12 and 13 class, can you see 12 diri nga sumpay kang carbon? This is already the atomic mass in AMU. So you can see here. So kung dili given na si atomic mass unit class, kaning number nga tapad sa ila mo na ang inyong nga ganiton. So how will you calculate the average atomic mass for carbon? Now, the abundance of carbon 12 is 98.9, meaning that is very, very, very large. So, mauna siya ang pinaka-abundant nga isotope sa carbon, which is 98.9%. Now, for carbon 13, only 1.1%. But to get the average atomic mass or the atomic weight, we have to account both the isotopes so we can get the 12.01 AMU. This is the atomic weight for carbon. So, in here class, wala na siya nag-divide og 100 because iyahan nang gi-convert daan ang percentage into, or gi-divide na niya ang percentage into 100. So, you can see here, 0.989 na iyahan nga gigamit. So, that is 98.90 for carbon 12. And 0.0110, that is 1.100% to carbon 13. So, on the long exam, you have to bring your scientific calculator. Dili allowed ang cell phones. And dili po din ninyo nga magamit sa inyo dili po nato ni ma-do or dili na ninyo ma-calculate by just doing sa papel. So, bring your scientific calculator. Now, let's go to quantum theory and quantum numbers. Now, what you have to remember in here that the energy is quantized. So it occurs in fixed quantities rather than being continuous. Each fixed quantity of energy is called a quantum. So the best example here is when we walk or mag-climb using a ramp or a stairs. So as mentioned earlier, ang energy daw is quantized, meaning naalay fixed nga quantity sa energy nga ato ang magamit. So, when we kung mag-backlight ta, magsaka ta using a ramp, di ba continuous ang ato ang energy nga ma-release. Dili, unlike sa stairs, nga kabalo naka-fix na nga energy ang imuhang pila imong i-give out sa pagsaka using the stairs. So, this is the best example that energy is quantized or fixed ang energy nga ma-release. Now, we have here the electromagnetic spectrum. EMR is the different radiation. So, in here at the upper part, the wavelength, and the lower part is the frequencies. I've mentioned they are inversely proportional, meaning kung mag-increase yung wavelength, mo gamay imuhang frequency. Ang ato ang ma-observe also in the EMR nga si visible region is only a very small part sa EMR. So it is composed of 400 to 750 nanometer, and within this region naa siya corresponding color. Region of the wavelength na ay corresponding color. Okay, we now have here a line spectrum of hydrogen. So what is a line spectrum? It is a spectrum containing radiation of only specific wavelengths. I think try mo o gamit og prism sa inyo nga high school. So ang prism is like a pyramid, glass pyramid. Then ato ang, di ba, ginabutang din, pasigaan din siya sa ray sa sun. So ang makita din nato pag mag-pass through ang ray sa sun sa prism is a rainbow, different kinds of color. But in here class, kang hydrogen, si hydrogen nga gas, gipass through sa isa ka slit, gipaagi ang light or ang radiation ni hydrogen sa isa ka prism, ang ni-result is not a different colors, but specific colors, and so these specific colors has specific wavelengths. So that is what we call the line spectrum of hydrogen. Now, to explain the line spectrum of hydrogen, si Bohr nag-assume siya that electrons in the hydrogen atoms move in circular orbits around the nucleus, just like this one. Okay? So, kaning orbits diri class, mao daw na ang pathway or ginaagian, ga-move diha ang electrons as based on the Bohr model. So, these are the findings ni Bohr. Kani sila. So, what we can remember here is that the H atom has only certain allowable energy levels, which Bohr called the stationary states. So, si electron 1, ang electron na siya sa energy level nga 1, so naa diri siya, and that is his stationary states. So kung si electron naa sa n equals to 4, maupod na iya nga stationary state. Now, when the H electron is in the first orbit or n equals 1, the atom is in its lowest energy state, and that's what we call the ground state. So once the electron is bombarded with energy, it will excite. Okay? So meaning sa excite, from ground state musaka siya sa higher state or higher higher level or higher state. But once class nga mag-relax na siya, so katong na excite nga electron, after some time mo relax siya, mubalik siya diri sa iyahang nga ground state. Okay? So pagbalik niya from higher to low to ground state, mag-emit siya og visible or ultraviolet nga radiation. And for visible radiation, di ba na siya corresponding color at a specific wavelength. That is why we have colors in our flame test or even sa atong fireworks. Okay, so for example, si copper mag-test sa iyaha using flame test, kung ato nang ibutang sa alcohol lamp nga naay flame, ang iyahang color is green. So that green color nga flame sa copper is due to the emission of the light, and kanang green nga color nga flame naa siya particular wavelength, and each element will have a emission of light of a particular wavelength. So maka-determine ta unsa siya nga element because of this flame test. Okay, again, ang different elements naa pod sila different or particular wavelength lang nga emit once nga mag-undergo sila of flame test. So we have here the Broglie hypothesis. So his hypothesis of the wave-particle duality fundamentally altered the understanding of atomic structure. So the implication of the Broglie theory for the behavior of electrons in an atom is that electrons exhibit wave-like behavior, which influences their probability distribution and allows for the concept of atomic orbitals. So we will discuss more later about the atomic orbitals. Now, we also have here Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So what you have to remember that this principle states that it is not possible to know both the position or the location and the momentum of a moving particle at the same time. So, the more accurately we know the speed, the less accurately we know the position. So that is the uncertainty principle of Heisenberg. Now we have here the Schrödinger wave equation. The Schrödinger atomic model is what we call the quantum mechanical model, and aha man na gikan nga term. This is because of his wave equation. Kani siya, makita sa inyo sa screen. So naay capital letter H and E, and we also have this murag fork nga sign, and this is what we call psi. And this psi here is what we call the wave function. So when this wave function is squared, it will give the probability density. And what is this probability density? It is the measure of the probability of finding an electron of a particular energy in a particular region of the atom. So each solution to the equation is associated with the given wave function, or what we call the atomic orbital. This orbital, do not confuse yourself with the orbit sa kang Bohr nga model. Kay ang kang Bohr nga model nga naay orbit, kay diba planetary man to iyahang atomic model. So ang orbit dito is where the electrons move. So electrons path around the nucleus. However, this atomic orbital is a mathematical function with no direct physical meaning, and that is from Schrödinger. So we have here 4 quantum numbers. The first one is the principal quantum number. So it is represented with small letter n. And this small letter n will only have a positive integer. So when I say n is equal to 0 or n equals to -1, walay inana nga principal quantum number. So when I say positive integer, so it will only start at 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So this n represents the shell number or the energy level in which the electron resides. So the value of n indicates the relative size of the orbital and therefore its relative distance from the nucleus. So when n is equal to 1, ato siyang makita dool sa nucleus. But as n increases, ang pasabot ana gapalayo pud siya iyahang distance sa nucleus, and also our electron or our atom is now bigger in size because n is now very large. Now, for principal quantum number na siya letter designation nga capital KLMN. And also, we can get the maximum electrons nga masulod or nga naa-ana nga energy level by using this formula, 2n squared. Okay? So, meaning, kung n is equal to 4, using this formula, you will have 32 because 4 times 4 is 16, or 4 squared is 16 times 2, that is 32. Sa tan, and if atong n is equal to 1, we will only have 2 electrons. Ana nga energy level. Kaya nga naman, 1 squared is 1. 1 times 2 equals 2. So there are only maximum of 2 electrons that can occupy in n equals to 1. So the smaller the n, the smaller the orbital. The smaller the n, the lower the energy of the electron. Again, N, the principal quantum number, will represent the shell number, the energy level, where the electron resides. The second one is the azimuthal or the angular momentum. This is represented by small letter L. And ang value ni L is an integer from 0 to n minus 1. So, unsa man natong mahibal-an, natong ma-identify because of this azimuthal or angular nga quantum number. We can indicate or identify what is the shape of the orbital. So again, the value for L is from 0 to n minus 1. So when I say n is equal to 3, ang L is from 0 to 3 minus 1. So that includes L equals 0, L equals 1, and L equals 2. 2 dapat ni class. Okay? 2. So, when I say n is equal to 5, the L, the azimuthal momentum quantum number, is composed of 5. Okay? Which is L equals 0, L equals 1, hangtod kang 5. Nasabtan? So, this 0 to n minus 1, we call them subshells. And within each shell of a quantum number n, there are n subshells, each with a distinctive shape. So, L can have an integer from 0 to n minus 1, and this 0 to n minus 1 is represented or denoted by a small letters, starting from S kung 0, P kung 1, D 2, and so on, as shown in the screen. Now, the next one, okay, these are the shapes of the atomic orbitals. So, si S nga subshell, so kanita ng S dirita ng class, inani ang picture niya. Inani ang shape. So, mura siyag sphere lang. Okay? But as you can see, kanang number diha nga 1, 2, 3 class is the number of n, or the principal quantum number. So, as the n increases, you can also see that the size of the orbital increases. Right? Sa S na class ha, sa S nga orbital. Now, for the p orbital or naa kay L equals to 1, inani pod iya nga shape. Sa inyo nga similar sa iya nga shape, mura siyag dumbbell, right? So sa p nga orbital naa siya tulo pod, kay tulo man ni iyahang p orbital. We will know it later sa next nga quantum number. So si p orbital, mag-follow siya sa 3 ka vectors or 3 ka axes, si z, x, and si y. Okay? And p orbitals may compose 6 electrons. So here are the shape of the d orbitals and the f orbital. Now the next one is the magnetic quantum number, or that is represented by m sub l. So ang value ni m sub l is from negative l to plus l. So when I say L is equal to 2, so ang value ni magnetic quantum number is from negative 2, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2, which is this one. Okay? And kung negative L to plus L, that is also equal to the number of atomic orbitals. And atomic orbitals are represented by these squares. So, when I say L is equal to 1, so it is, the magnetic quantum number is negative 1, 0, and plus 1. So, naa siya 3 ka atomic orbitals. And diba, si 2 is denoted by what small letter? It is D. Si 1, P. Si 0, S. So, kang S, or kang L equals to 0, which is S, ang iyahang magnetic quantum number is only 0. Right? Okay, negative L to plus L. Iyahang L is equal to 0 raman. So, iyahang M sub L is only 0. Which means na lang siya isa ka atomic orbital. And the atomic orbital class, it can contain only 2 electrons. So, when we say how many maximum of electrons can 3p orbital can contain. So we will say maximum electrons means na napuno tanan, and because atomic orbitals can contain 2 electrons, therefore the 3p orbital can contain maximum of 6 electrons. While for 3d orbitals, it can contain maximum of 10 electrons because 2, 4, 5, 10 electrons. But how many atomic orbitals are there in 3D? Only 5. From negative 2 to positive 2. But how many maximum of electrons can it contain? 10. Okay? That is magnetic quantum number. That is M sub L. Now, the value of M sub L will indicate the spatial orientation of the orbital. Now, we have exclusion principle. So, for Pauli's exclusion principle, this states that no two electrons in the same atom can have the same four quantum numbers. But because ang isa ka atomic orbital, pwede siya makasulod og duha ka electrons, naagyoy magparihas, di ba? Pero ana si Pauli's exclusion principle, dili na pwede. That is why we have the fourth quantum number, which is the spin quantum number. It is represented by M sub S. So, ang value po ni M sub S is either plus 1/2 or negative 1/2. So, this will distinguish between the two electrons in the same orbital. So, naa na tayo 4 ka quantum number. N, L, M sub L, and M sub S. Now, these are the permissible values of the quantum numbers starting from n equals to 1 until n equals 4. Remember, class, when ang given is n equals to 4 lang, kanitanan ang iyahang appeal. Dili lang si L equals to 3. Okay? So, kung si 4, included din na kay, di ba si L is from 0 to n minus 1. So, appeal gyud si 0, 1, 2, 3 nga orbitals, atomic orbitals. Okay? So, kinsa lang man sa ilaha ang walay p orbital. So, si 4 na ay p orbital, di ba? Including 3, 2. How about si 1? Ngano wala siya p orbital? Because iyahang L is only 0. Ang value ni L is from 0 to n minus 1. Kinpila man ang n minus 1, that is also 0. Understand? Okay. So, we have here a sample problem. So, we need to identify how many orbitals are allowed for n equals to 3. So, the number of orbitals nga allowed for n equals to 3 is 9. Why? Because this is based, kano sa man ta makabalo kung pila ang orbitals gani, mag-base ta sa M sub L, which is the, sa manang M sub L, magnetic quantum number. Okay? So, kung pila ang ato ang M sub L, maupod ang number of orbitals. So, first, kung L equals to, kay si N equals 3, pila man iyang L, di ba? 0, 1, and 2. So, sa 0 na kay M sub L nga, isa. Right? Ang L sub 2 na kay orbital or M sub L nga, tulo. And again, kaning M sub L, kung pila ang M sub L, maupod na ang number of orbitals. So, L is equal to 2, naa kay 5 ka M sub L, and so naa kay 5 ka orbitals. So, 5 plus 3 plus 1, that is total of 9 orbitals for n equals to 3. But when I ask you, how many maximum electrons ang ma-occupy ni sa n equals to 3? You use the formula 2n squared. Let's have another example here. So, give the name, magnetic quantum number, and the number of orbitals for each sublevel with the following quantum numbers. So, okay, so in here, class, mas specific na orbital ang atong makita. Okay? So, ang given is n equals to 3 and L equals to 2. Ang gipangayo is the name of that orbital, the magnetic quantum number of that orbital, and the number of orbitals. So, we have already the n, we already have the L, and this name, diba, makuha naman ni, this orbital or this quantum number is 3D. Why? Because the numbers here are the number in n, and the letters, small letters here are the corresponding letters for quantum number L. Right? Kung 0, S. Kung 1, P. Kung 2, D. And kung 3, F. Now, here are the values for M sub L or magnetic. Now, kung pila ang M sub L, maupod ang number of orbitals. So kung additional ang gipangutana, pila pod ang maximum number of electrons ang ma-occupy ana nga orbital. As I've mentioned earlier, per orbital, pwede ka magkasulod og duha ka electrons. And so, the number of maximum electrons nga mabutang sa n equals 3, L equals 2 is 10 electrons. Kung letter B, n equals 2, L equals 0, kay naalang siya isa ka orbital na lang kay maximum of 2 electrons. And so on. Okay, we have here another example. So what is wrong with each of the following quantum numbers, designations, and or sub-level names? So, in here, class, in letter A, pwede ba day ni siya, ang question, allowed ba ni siya nga for quantum numbers? Sige, examine. But naan naman diri ang solution. So, the answer is no, because si L is equal to 1, which is dili allowed. Diba? Ang sa gani ang L, it is from 0 to n minus 1. And n minus 1 is equal to 0. So, ang allowed lang kung ang imong n is 1 is ang iyang L is only 0. And that is 1s. Right? Now, letter B. Is this allowed nga for quantum numbers? Okay? Yes. Taman kang M sub L. However, ang name ani nga orbital is not 4D, it is 4F. Why? Because this is 3. And unsa gani ang small letter nga represent ni L equals to 3, it is F, right? Kay si 0 S, si 1 P, si 2 D, si 3 F. So dapat 4F ang name ni letter B. Now for letter C, unsa man ang wrong ani niya? It is M sub L. Why? Because M sub L nga value is from negative L to positive L only. So umpila man ang L nga given diri, di ba 1 ra? So dapat ang M sub L sugod ra kang negative 1, 0 and 1. Right? So dili pwede ang negative 2. Sabtan? Okay. So ang technique lang diri class is that kung pila imong L, unsa imong L, ang imuhang value sa L is dapat less than sa N. So kung the same or more than na ang value sa L, meaning dili na siya allowed nga or walay inana nga quantum number. Also sa M sub L, dapat you have to remember nga kung unsa ang L, si negative L, to plus L lang yun ang value ni M sub L. O kung pila si M sub L, maupod ang number of atomic orbital. O remember, ang isa ka atomic orbital may composed of 2 or occupy 2 electrons. Now, kaning sa name nga part, this is a specific orbital. Makagkuha ka ani nga aha or unsa siya nga orbital by using this name. So, when I say 1p, meaning na siya n equals to 1, o ang p, that stands for L, is equal to 1. Okay? Kay SP, 0, 1. So, 10. Okay. When you are asked how many maximum number of electrons lang man ang occupy ang given kay from si N, si L, o si M sub L. Remember, kung given si M sub L, meaning na siya specific nga orbital. And this means si plus 1 is only one orbital, right? And kung ang isa ka orbital, naa lang siya ma-occupy nga 2 electrons. So, from this one, kung kanilang ang given, ang imong maximum number of electrons is only 2. Pero kung taman lang ang given kang letter L, meaning si M sub L naa siya'y pila ka buok. So from negative 3 to positive 3, that is 7. So naa siya'y 14 ka maximum na electrons nga ma-occupy sa iya. So once nga given na si M sub L, this is naa siya'y specific nga atomic orbital kung pila lang ka buok. So the next slide is the summary of the 4 quantum numbers of electrons in the atoms. And that's it for quantum numbers. So please, class, study well for your long exam.